With RC Robbin. If this is your first time to the channel, please like the video, please subscribe to the channel if you can. So this is Avengers Baseball. It's a created franchise on MLB The Show, 20 for PlayStation 4. It's where I basically created an entire team of actors that play in the Marvel Cinematic Universe and threw them on a baseball team in the National League. As you can see, about a month has gone by in the regular season. The Avengers are 20-11. They're 2.5 games behind the LA Dodgers in the NL West. They've taken the place of the San Diego Padres. So let's jump into the calendar and let's play some baseball. Okay, it just finished a 4-game sweep of the St. Louis Cardinals at home. And then now we're going to start. Oh, it's a nice 3-game set against the first place LA Dodgers. Nice organizations games. Play game. Okay. Play full game. We are the home team against the Dodgers. Home team designated as Crosley Field. I do not like the MLB network. Other than that, I leave it the way the same as. Sam Jackson is the starting pitcher. Robert Downey Jr. is going to get the day off. Who can play first base? Who can play first base? Can play first base. Okay, so first base is Mark Ruffalo. DH can be anybody I want. Sebastian Stan. Okay. Mackey, Holland, Chris Evans, Boseman, Mark Ruffalo, Don Cheadle, Dave Bautista. Looks good. Let's rock and roll. First place and second place team in the National League West face off. The Dodgers versus the Avengers. Welcome to Avengers Baseball. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. Thank you for joining me. Welcome to Crosley Field, the home field of the Hollywood Avengers, as the Dodgers visits the MCU for a 3-game series. On the mound for the Avengers is Nick Fury, aka Samuel L. Jackson. He's making his 7th start. He's 2-4 with a 4.54 earned run average. And leading off for the Dodgers, Joe Torre, 309, 8-game hitting streak. Here comes the pitch from Nick. Breaking ball in there, strike one. Avengers are 9 games over 500, good for third place. That's the late, great Chadwick Boseman at third base and Idris Elba in left field.
First pitch, 7-11.
Hard ground ball up the third base line. It is a foul ball. Count is no balls and 2 strikes on Torre. Most of you probably remember Joe Torre as the manager of the New York Yankees. That's a fly ball to left. There is Elba. Hemedal makes the catch for out number 1. Starting lineup for the Dodgers, Joe Torre's at third, Robinson Cano is at second. Stan Musial is the left fielder. Aaron Judge is in right. Xander Bogaerts is the shortstop. Steve Finley is the center fielder. The DH is Willie Calhoun. First base is Alex Avila. And batting ninth is Danny Jensen playing catcher. So, Robinson Cano, 283, 7 homers, 16 runs batted in. Steps in against Sam Jackson. Here's the pitch.
Nope, that's down.
Pitch is low, ball 1. Fouls off the cut fastball. The count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Robinson Cano played for the New York Yankees, then the Seattle Mariners. I think he won a championship in 2009 with the Yankees, if I'm not mistaken. 1-1 pitch. That's a ground ball into the teeth of the shift. Tom Holland throws to first in time, 2 away.
That is third. The left fielder,
Stan Musial, 298, 8 homers, 19 runs batted in. Steps up from the left side against the lefty Sam Jackson. Here comes the pitch. Slow bouncer to Black Panther, throws across the diamond. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Nick Fury. After half an inning of baseball here at Crosley Field, it is the LA Dodgers nothing. The Avengers come into bat. Just in case you're wondering, I hit, I pitch, I field. I do not run the bases. I let the computer run the bases. I play on All-Star. On the mound for the Dodgers is Cy Young. He's 5-0 with a 2.09 earned run average. Seems appropriate considering he's Cy Young. Leading off is Anthony Mackie, the Falcon, hitting .333 on the season. Before we go any further, I'm going to go to options. Gameplay. Hitting difficulty is at All-Star. Pitching difficulty is at All-Star.
Number 9.
So, we are in the bottom of the first. That's a deep drive. He pulls the fastball down the right field line. Out of play, strike one. Out in front of the 12-6 curveball. Count is 0-2. Dodgers are 22-8. Good for first place in their division in the NL West. Here comes the pitch to Mackie. Pitch is outside. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss at the fastball. Struck him out, and that's the first out here in the bottom of the first. Here's the replay. Was it a strike? Maybe a little high, but too close to take. Next up is Spider-Man, Tom Holland. Second baseman, hitting .372, 6 home runs, 27 runs batted in. Pitch is high, ball one. The 27 RBIs, leads the ball club. Misses inside with the curveball. Count is 2 balls and no strikes. In there on the corner. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ricky Holiday is the man calling balls and strikes behind home plate. I hope he's real and doing a good job. Count is 2-1. And that's a line drive which will dunk in there for a base hit. It's a 1-out single for Spider-Man, and the Avengers will have a runner at first with 1 away. So next up is Captain America, Chris Evans, hitting .337 on the season. Quick throw to first, keeping Tom Holland close. Chris Evans usually plays catcher, occasionally will DH. Fouls off the changeup, strike one. So Holland leads off first, 1 away here. Oh, he's going. Inside, throw down to second is not in time. It's a stolen base for Spider-Man. And the Avengers will have a runner in scoring position with 1 away. Just good throw, but too much speed. So, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on Captain America. Breaking ball outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. And he lazy fly ball to right center field. He makes the catch for the second out. No advance on the bases. Starting lineup for the Avengers, Anthony Mackie is at shortstop, Tom Holland's at second, Chris Evans is the catcher. Chadwick Boseman is the third baseman, first baseman is Mark Ruffalo. Don Cheadle's in center, Dave Bautista's in right, Idris Elba's in left, and batting ninth is the DH, Sebastian Stan. So, the late great Chadwick Boseman steps up to the plate, he's hitting .313 on the season, 2 outs, runner in scoring position. And he pops it up. There is the center fielder. He will make the catch to retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left on at the end of 1 inning of play here at Crosley Field. No score. Leading off the top of the second inning is Aaron Judge. He's hot in his last 9 games. Overall, he's hitting .234, 8 homers, 15 runs batted in. Sam Jackson sets and delivers. Misses outside, ball 1. Cut fastballs inside, count as 2 balls and no strikes to Judge. Swing and a miss, the 2-seam fastball, count as 2 balls and 1 strike. Lazy fly ball near the fence. It is, oh, poor play by Dave Bautista. He could have made that catch, but instead it's a strike. Count as 2 balls and 2 strikes on Judge. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Out in front of the curveball, and that's the first out of the inning. So the misplay in right by Drax did not come back to haunt them as he struck out on the very next pitch. So next up is Xander Bogaerts, the shortstop, hitting .389, 8 homers, 27 runs batted in. Here comes the pitch from Sam Jackson. Swing and a miss out in front of the screwball, strike 1. Pulls the cut fastball foul. The count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Bogaerts. And he just gets a piece of the curveball. Count remains 1-2. Xander Bogaerts plays for the Boston Red Sox in real life. That's a deep drive. High and deep, but it may be off the big scoreboard in left center field, and it is. It's going to be a double. 1-out double for Xander Bogaerts. Any other ballpark, that would have been a home run. But it's the 14th double of the season for Bogaerts. He put a charge into this one. So next up is Steve Finley, the center fielder, .358, 8 homers, 28 runs batted in. Comes the pitch. Screwball in there, strike 1. So runner in scoring position, 1 down here in the top of the second. No score here, Crosley. Ground ball up the first base line. It is a foul ball. Count is no balls and 2 strikes. And he just gets a piece of the cut fastball to stay alive. Deep drive to center, but there is War Machine. Cheadle makes the catch for out number 2. No advance on the bases. So next up is the DH Willie Calhoun, hitting .228, a homer, 11 RBIs. Hitting from the left side against the lefty Nick Fury. Curveball low, ball 1. So runners in scoring position with 2 outs for the Dodgers. Knuckle curve floats in there for strike 1. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Checks a swing. Fastball's inside, count is 2-1. Swing and a miss at the fastball. Count evens 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at second. Calhoun at the plate here in the top of the second inning. No score. Swing and a miss in the dirt. Strike him out. Throw him out by Evans. And the side is retired. So no runs, 1 hit, 1 left on. At the end of an inning and a half of play here at Crosley Field, there's no score. So stepping up to the plate is Mark Ruffalo, hitting .312, 6 homers, 24 RBIs, the incredible Hulk in the MCU. He is playing first base today. Just gets a piece of the breaking ball. Count as no balls and 1 strike on Ruffalo. This is Avengers Baseball. Welcome to the stream. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. 12-6 curve. Fouled off. Count as quickly. No balls and 2 strikes on the Hulk. And he's a little late on the fastball. Staying alive. And he fouls off the fastball. Jams him. Foul territory. First baseman makes the catch for out number 1 here in the bottom of the second. Defensive alignment for the LA Dodgers in the outfield from left to right is Musial, Finley, and Aaron Judge in right. And in the infield is Joe Torre, Xander Bogaerts, Robinson Cano, Alex Avila at first, with Danny Jensen behind home plate. So next up for the Avengers is Don Cheadle, War Machine, hitting .374, 4 homers, 18 RBIs. First pitch is outside, ball 1. Don Cheadle plays James Rhodes in the Marvel Universe. And that's a fly ball towards left center field. Racing over is Stan Musial, makes the catch for out number 2. Drax the Destroyer walks to the plate. Dave Bautista hitting .314, 5 homers, 16 runs batted in. Dave is a former professional wrestler. And it's a 2-hopper to the shortstop. Cano throws to first in time. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Cy Young. And after 2 innings of baseball here at Crosley Field, there's no score. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining me. We go to the top of the 3rd. Up steps Alex Avila. He's hitting a .182, no homers, 1 RBI. He's obviously a part-time player. Sam Jackson. Pitch is low, ball 1. Cut fastball outside corner. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. And it's a shallow fly ball to center. Cheadle is there. War Machine makes the catch for out number 1.
Batting 9, the catcher.
The number 9 hitter, the catcher, Danny Jensen's hitting .219. No production. Obviously another part-time player in the lineup. Foul tip into the glove for strike 1. So Nick Fury is 2-4 on the season. Slow start here in April. Jansen pulls it foul and the count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. Tries to wait on the knuckle curve, still fouls it back. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes. Just misses with the 2-seam fastball. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Nick Fury wanted that call. So did I. Again pulls it foul. Fouls it upstairs behind home plate. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Top of the 3rd, no score here at the home park of the Hollywood Avengers. And he's late on the knuckle curve. Counts remains 1-2. He's battling him. And again, another foul ball. Swing and a miss, and finally, Nick Fury wins the battle, and that's the 2nd out. Strikeout number 3 for Sam Jackson.
Now batting, 3rd baseman, Joe Torre.
So the leadoff man turns around and steps up to the plate for his second plate appearance. Joe Torre flew out in the first. Takes a screwball low, ball one. He's a third baseman and a catcher during his major league career in the 70s, but he's more commonly known as the manager of the New York Yankees during that championship run in the 90s. And that's a line drive. Oh, Idris cannot come up with it. It's a single, a two-out single for Joe Torre. So the inning will continue for the Dodgers here in the third. Next up is Robbie Cano. Grounded out in the first, he's 0 for 1. Grounder to Mark Ruffalo. Steps on the bag to retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left on at the end of 2.5. Still no score here at Crosley Field. First game of a 3-game set between the Dodgers and the Avengers. We go to the bottom of the third. Up steps Hemidal, a.k.a. Idris Elba, hitting 300 on the season. He's
number 63.
Pitches inside, ball one. Idris Elba plays in the Thor franchise in the Marvel Universe. Breaks his bat. Grabbed by the first baseman Avila. 1 quick out here in the third. National League West standings. The LA Dodgers are in first place with 22-8 record. This is awesome. Thank you so much, Wicked Quixotic, for joining me. I appreciate it. You're awesome for being here. The Hollywood Avengers are 20-11 and in third place. They've taken the place of the San Diego Padres in the NL West. Next up is the Winter Soldier. Checks a swing, pitches in the dirt, ball one. Sebastian Stan, pretty popular right now for his show on Disney+. Swing and a miss at the fastball, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. And he's a little late on the fastball. Slicing out of play, count as 1 ball and 2 strikes on Stan. Swing and a miss at the high fastball. It's 2 away. Struck him out. Look, struck him out.
Now batting, number 9.
I guess when you're facing Cy Young, you have to expect a pitcher's duel, and he's living up to expectations. So there's 2 outs here in the bottom of the third, and the leadoff man, Anthony Mackie, the Falcon, struck out in the first. He's up there for a second plate appearance. Pitches low, ball 1. Just gets a piece of the fastball, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on the Falcon. Or will he soon be the new Captain America? It's going to be interesting to see. That's a line drive headed down into the right field corner. It will 1-hop to the fence. He makes a turn at first and heads to second. He's going to go for third. It's a 2-out triple for Anthony Mackie. A lot of real estate over in that right field corner, as you can see. And he has a lot of speed. He's flying around the bases. Can I get away with that flying? Anyway, that was cheesy. But runner at third, 2 away, and up steps Spider-Man. Tom Holland, who singled in the first inning, is hitting 377 on the season. Pitches inside, ball 1. That's a deep drive by Spider-Man. Oh, he's going to bounce it off the wall. At the very least, it's going to be an RBI double. He's racing to third. He is going to be in third. It's an RBI triple for Tom Holland. Spider-Man, his 3rd triple of the season. And the MCU leads 1-0 here in the bottom of the third. Could have been a home run in any other ballpark. We're here at Crosley Field, the designated home field for the Avengers. There's that big scoreboard in the left center field. At the throw-in online, he probably would have been out at third. Next up is Captain America, Chris Evans, who flew out in the first. Switch hitter batting from the left side. Breaking ball in there, strike 1. And he pops it up behind home plate. The catcher, Jansen, makes the catch to retire the side, but thanks to the RBI triple by Spider-Man, this is no longer a scoreless ball game. At the end of 3 innings of play, it's the Hollywood Avengers 1, the Los Angeles Dodgers nothing. So we go to the top of the 4th. Up steps Stan Musial, who's grounded out in the first inning. He's 0 for 1. It's his second plate appearance. So Nick Fury has been gifted a run here in the 4th. Knuckle curve, foul back, strike 1. Two-seam fastball low, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Swing and a miss at the fastball, count is 1 and 2 on Musial. I think Musial was a St. Louis Cardinal in the 50s and 60s. I know for a fact that he's a Hall of Famer, but I don't know that much about his career. And that's a line drive through the middle of the diamond. It is a single to lead off here in the top of the 4th. Diving attempt by Tom Holland. Futile, if you will. So next up is Aaron Judge, the right fielder. He's struck out in the 2nd. He's a runner at 1st and nobody out. Pitches outside, ball 1. Backs him off the plate, 2-seam fastball. Count is 2 balls and no strikes on Judge. Knuckle curve floats in there, strike 1. Fat knuckle curve. I think Sam Jackson is lucky that didn't get crushed. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike. Misses low, hitters count, 3 balls and 1 strike. Shortstop Xander Bogaerts is on deck. And it misses. So a hit and a walk-in. We'll have 2 runners on and nobody out here in the top of the 4th.
The bat, number 2, shortstop, Xander Bogaerts.
So Bogaerts had a double in the 2nd off of that scoreboard in left center field. He has 2 runners on and nobody out. Just misses off the plate. Count is at 1 and 0. Thought that would be a strike, but guess not, according to the home plate umpire. Swing and a miss at the cut fastball inside. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Chases a fastball. Count is 1 and 2 on Bogaerts. Misses inside. Count evens 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tries to wait on the knuckle curve, but fouls it off. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes, and nobody out. Runners at 1st and 2nd, top of the 4th. 1-0 lead for the Avengers. Swing and a miss at the screwball. There's 1 away. Nick Fury wins the battle. Next up is left-handed hitter Steve Finley, the center fielder, lined out in the 2nd. He's 0 for 1. Outside corner, strike 1. Steve's been pretty good so far in this first month of the season with runners in scoring position. He's hitting .359. That's a deep drive. Back goes Don Cheadle at the wall. He makes the catch, tagging at 3rd and tagging at 2nd and heading to 3rd is the runner. So it'll be 1st and 3rd with 2 away. With his back to the wall, he saved a double. Nice play by War Machine. So 2 outs, runners at 1st and 3rd. Up steps DH Willie Calhoun, who struck out in his last at bat. Breaking ball low, ball 1. And he pulls the 2-seam fastball foul. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. That's a lazy fly ball the other way. Idris Elba settles under it, makes the catch, and the side is retired. So, after 3.5 innings of play, it's the Hollywood Avengers 1, the Los Angeles Dodgers nothing. Close call. Leading off, the late, great Chadwick Boseman, Black Panther, here in the bottom of the fourth, hitting .310, 2 homers, 8 runs batted in. Pitches outside from Cy Young, ball 1. That's a hard line drive towards the right center field gap. It will roll all the way to the wall. It makes a turn at first, heads to second. It is a leadoff double for Black Panther. Wakanda forever, baby. It's double number 6 for Boseman. Here's the replay. No hesitation around first. No play at second. So next up is the Incredible Hulk, Mark Ruffalo, who popped out in the second inning. He's 0 for 1. Tried to check his swing, but went too far for strike 1. Pitch is high, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Boseman leads off second. Nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth. 1-0 lead for the Avengers. Way out in front of the changeup, count is 1 ball and 2 strikes on Ruffalo. Checks his swing, pitches outside, count evens 2 balls and 2 strikes. Runner leads off second. And he chases a high fastball and strikes out. First out of the inning. That's Cy Young's 3rd strikeout of the game.
Now batting, number 10.
I love all the accents and nods to the characters. Well, listen, I'm a big fan of the MCU, so you know, it just comes naturally. Don Cheadle, War Machine, is 0 for 1. He flew out in the second. Out in front of the changeup, strike 1. Well, I'm glad. Listen, I'm glad you're enjoying it because it was a little bit of a pain to create all these created players. So it's nice that someone gets some fascination out of it. Thank you so much. Pitch to second. He's back in there. Tried to pick him off second base, but Black Panther's fine. Big lead at second, actually, though. Screwball outside. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Don Cheadle hitting .370 with runners in scoring position in this first month of the season. And lazy fly ball to Judge in right. Makes the catch for the second out. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Now batting, the right fielder.
What drives me nuts, I have to be honest with you, is that I wanted to create Black Widow and Scarlet Witch, but in the create a player modes, there are no female body types and no female faces. So it just drives me nuts that I wasn't able to create Scarlett Johansson and pitch to Dave Bautista's outside for ball 1. I'm hoping that in the next version of the game, with all the dozens and dozens of male body types and faces, just give 1 or 2 female body types. Ground ball to first, steps on the bag to retire the side. So they leave a runner in scoring position at second base and do not score. At the end of 4 innings of play, the MCU leads 1-0. Yeah. That stinks. They would have been. Yeah, I mean, I would have put Scarlett Johansson at second base, and I probably would have put Scarlet Witch in the bullpen or something. You know, I mean, it's not even. You don't even have to do that much programming, in my opinion. You give 1 or 2 body types, and then use the sliders to make taller, shorter, heavier, skinnier. I mean, make the hair longer or shorter. You don't have to do much. So hopefully in MLB 21 they do that. First pitch to Alex Avila, the first baseman, is strike 1. The shift is on. As you can see, 3 infielders are on the right side. They're expecting him to pull the ball into the shift. I tried to make a male body and face look like a female, and it was a Frankenstein disaster. I said, no, if it's going to look like that, I'm not going to do it. So the count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Alex Avila. Oh, backs him off the plate, almost hit him with the knuckleball. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. And he yanks the pitch. 2-seamer down the right field line. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Yeah, I can imagine that might look awkward. Awkward is a kind word. Hard ground ball through the shift. So it's a leadoff single for the Dodgers here in the 5th inning. They played him to pull, and he still got a hit. Here's a replay. So next up is Danny Jensen. He struck out in the 3rd. He's the backup catcher, batting 9th. Screwball is low, ball 1 from Sam Jackson. Fouls it off, cut fastball, counting is at 1 ball and 1 strike. He's late on the curveball. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody out here in the top of the 5th. 1-0 lead for the Avengers. Runner at first, leads off. Swing and a miss out in front of the curveball. Struck him out swinging. That's strikeout number 5 for Sam.
Now batting, the third baseman.
I tried to put an eye patch on Nick Fury. Obviously, that wasn't available. No one in baseball wears an eye patch. What can you do? So the lineup turns over for the Dodgers. Joe Torre had a single in the 3rd. He's 1 for 2. To the pitcher, throws to second for 1. Back to first. Double play. Side is retired. So after 4.5 innings of baseball, Hollywood Avengers lead 1-0. So in the bottom of the 5th, up steps Hemedal Idris Elba. So for 1. He's the left fielder. And he fouls off the fastball, strike 1. Pitch is outside, 1 ball and 1 strike to Elba. And that's a pop-up down the... Oh, caught by Avila in foul territory for out number 1. Nice play by the first baseman.
Now batting, number 16.
Next up is the Winter Soldier, Sebastian Stan. He's 5 for 21 for the season. He's a backup player. Today he is the DH. Pitches outside, ball 1. Inside, 2 balls and no strikes. And he fouls off the high fastball. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike to Sebastian. Broke his bat. Slow roller to Cano. Fields it. Tosses the second in time. 2 away. He had to avoid the bat shards.
Number 9.
A lot of broken bats here from Cy Young. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Up steps the Falcon, Anthony Mackie, who had a triple and a run scored in this ball game. And he pops him up in the infield. Torre is there, makes the catch. Quick inning for Cy Young. So it's an official ball game. 5 innings of baseball here at Crosley Field. It's a 1-0 lead for the Avengers. Pitcher's duel. So we go to the top of the 6th. Up steps Robbie Cano. He's 0 for 2 with 2 ground outs. Jackson is still on the mound. And that's a slicing fly ball down the left field line, out of play, strike 1. Uh-oh. Back goes the fielders at the track, looking up. That ball is gone. This is a tie ball game. So Robinson Cano hits home run number 8 of the season, and we are knotted at 1 here in the top of the 6th inning. Oh yeah. Got to give credit where credit's due. Here's the replay. Oof. Deep fly ball. So next up for the Dodgers is Stan Musial, left-handed hitter, 1 for 2 with a single. Sam Jackson sets and delivers. Pitches inside, ball 1. Welcome to the stream. This is Avengers Baseball, a created franchise on MLB The Show. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel if you could be so kind. Misses with the cut fastball. Count is 2 balls and no strikes. Oh, that's a deep drive. Back goes Elba to the track, the wall, looking up. Off the top of the wall, and they're calling it a home run. It is a solo home run for Stan Musial, his 9th of the season. And just like that, the Dodgers on back-to-back home runs take a 2-1 lead here in the 6th. My goodness. Hit the top of that yellow line, and even though it bounced back into fair territory, I guess they called it a home run. Oh, he just drove it. So next up is, well, first of all, we're going to go to the bullpen and warm some people up. Bullpen. I'm going to warm up Vision. And I'm going to warm up the first Incredible Hulk, Ed Norton. And I'm going to go and do a mound visit and talk to Nick Fury. Okay. Pitch is low, ball 1.
Ball 1, no strike.
And he pulls the 2-seam fastball, foul, deep but foul, strike 1. So 2-1 Dodgers here in this first game of a 3-game set against the first and second place teams in the division. Well, technically first and third. Oh, nice stab on the mound by Sam Jackson. He throws to first and there's 1 away. Nice reflexes.
Now batting.
Next up, Xander Bogaerts, 1 for 2 with a double. He's hitting .391 on the early season. Here's the pitch from Nick Fury. Strike 1. And that's a line drive, base hit to center. It's a 1-out single for Bogaerts. I don't know. This might be the end for Nick Fury on the mound. Line drive. So Steve Finley, the left-handed hitter, steps up to the plate against the lefty. So I think I'm going to leave him in there for this. Fouls off the knuckler. Strike 1. I think the next right-handed hitter, I might go to the bullpen. Let's see. Deep drive, slicing out of play. Strike number 2. Steve's hot over his last handful of games. He's 5 for his last 12. Just misses with the cutter. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes on Finley. Runner leads off first, 1 away here in the top of the 6th. 2-1 lead for the Dodgers. Oh no! That's high and deep, but curling out of play. That is a foul ball. That was almost a 2-run home run by Steve Finley. Slow roller, throws to second for 1, back to first. Not in time. It is a fielder's choice. Nice play by Mark Ruffalo. Gamble, a little bit of a gamble, but he made it work. Hulk smash. So 2 down, runner at first. Top of the 6th, up steps Willie Calhoun, who was 0 for 2. So outside with the curveball, ball 1. Fouls off the cut fastball. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on Calhoun. Swing and a miss. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Out in front, strikes him out, and the side is retired, but not before 2 solo home runs by the Dodgers. Gives the Dodgers a 2-1 lead here after 5.5 innings of play at Crosley Field. 682, not bad. 682. Yes, 682, but I appreciate it, Outlander Show. Welcome to the stream. Up next is Tom Holland. A lot of those are going to disappear overnight. Line drive almost takes off Cy Young's head. First pitch here in the bottom of the 6th. And it's a leadoff single for Spider-Man. It was up around 600, yes, 650 yesterday. And then when I woke up this morning, it was down to 550. So I'm assuming some of those are going to disappear. But whatever it is that I gain is much appreciated. Next up is Captain America. Chris Evans, who's 0 for 2. Pitches outside, ball 1. So it's a 2-1 lead for the Dodgers. Yeah, they will, but but it will help. I'm telling. Well, listen, but it will help. It definitely will. Count is outside, 2 balls and no strikes. And also, you got to remember, YouTube is having an issue with subs and likes right now. That's true. That is very true. 2 balls, no strikes to Chris Evans. Late on the fastball, almost kills someone in the Avengers dugout. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike. Runner leads off first is Spider-Man. Pitch is low. Hitters count to Captain America. 3 balls, 1 strike, nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th. 2-1 lead for the Dodgers. Outside corner count goes full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. I'm looking forward to some Madden football after this game. I'm hoping that the Outlander Show. He did not go, so it's a walk. 2 runners on and nobody out here in the top of the 6th. Don't know if you got YouTube Studio or not. I'm not sure, to be honest. I think I do, but who knows? He did not go. So the Outlander Show is going to be hosting a live stream of Madden football at the conclusion of this baseball game. Be sure to tune in. Up next is the late, great Chadwick Boseman, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Runners are at first and second and nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th. Pitches outside, ball 1. Out in front of the changeup, count is quickly 1 ball and 1 strike on Boseman. In there, strike 2. And that's a line drive through the left side. Grounding third and heading home is, They got him at third. So it's an RBI single for Black Panther. The score is tied at 2. Unfortunately, the runner was thrown out at third. Bad base running decision. Never make the first out at third base, and that's exactly what they did. Stan Musial made a lightning throw, caught Captain America at third base. So there's a runner at first and 1 away with a tie ball game, and up steps the Incredible Hulk, Mark Ruffalo, who's 0 for 2. He's going on the first pitch, inside, throw down is offline. It is a stolen base for Black Panther. He's in scoring position with 1 away. Pitch is low, 2 balls and no strikes. Mark hit a home run in the 8th inning of yesterday's ball game against the St. Louis Cardinals. Chases a high fastball, count is 2 balls and 1 strike. Runner leads off second, 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th. Hitters count, 3 balls, 1 strike on the Hulk. War Machine Don Cheadle is on deck. Here comes the pitch from Cy Young. late on the fastball, and the count will go full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And he walks him. So that's the second walk of the inning. Runners will be at first and second with 1 out here in the 6th. Up steps War Machine Don Cheadle, who's 0 for 2 today. The bullpen is keeping warm for the Los Angeles Dodgers. They have 2 right-handers warming up. It's ground ball knocked down by... Oh, he's going to second for 1. Back to first. No, he's not. They're just going to take the fielder's choice at second. So it'll be runners at first and third with 2 away for the Avengers. And up steps Drax the Destroyer from the Guardians of the Galaxy franchise, Dave Bautista. Quick throw to first. Cheadle is back. Pitch is low. Count is 1 ball, no strikes. Nick Vincent and Anthony Bass, 2 right-handers warming in the Dodgers bullpen. It's been cool at work listening to your old games. Chris did not even get started hitting homers until, oh yeah, games 1. Yeah, it's true. Hard ground ball to the second baseman. Easy play for Robinson Cano, and the side is retired. But they do tie the game at 2. And after 6 innings of play here at the designated home park of the Hollywood Avengers, this ball game is knotted at 2. In games from game 1, he only got 1 home run. Well, he certainly got hot. So I have to give you credit. It must be. I think it would be difficult to watch or listen to games where you already know the eventual outcome. But thank you so much for the watch time. I appreciate it. Leading off here in the top of the 7th inning for the Dodgers is Alex Avila. He singled in the 5th inning. He's 1 for 2. Sam Jackson is still on the mound. In there with the knuckle curve. Strike 1. Swing and a miss at the fastball. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. Tried to put the eye patch on Sam Jackson. Unfortunately, that was not an option. But, hey, we do what we can when we're creating players. Swing and a miss. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, Mr. Alex Avila. That's strikeout number 7 for Nick Fury.
The batter, number 11.
Well, it was a strike anyway. Came nowhere near it. So, it's a 2-2 ball game. Danny Jansen is up. He is a right-hander. I'm going to the bullpen. I'm going to bring in the original Incredible Hulk, Ed Norton, out of the bullpen.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please.
He's pitched in 11 ball games. He has no record. His ERA is 5.19. It's like watching Endgame. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Well, I hope it's like watching Endgame. If it's like watching Infinity War, that means I'm going to lose. I want to watch all the other Avengers movies to see the build-up. Oh, I see what you mean. You're talking about Bronx Knights baseball. I see. Jansen fouls it off. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. Out in front with the slider. Struck him out swinging. There's 2 away here in the top of the 7th. It is a 2-2 tie here at the home park for the Avengers. This is game 1 of a 3-game series against the Los Angeles Dodgers. This is Avengers baseball. It's the first month of the season. Avengers are 20 wins and 11 losses. But that's only good for 3rd place in the National League West. First pitch to Joe Torre is outside and low, ball 1. Joe is 1 for 3 with a single today. In there with the 100-mile-an-hour fastball. Don't make him angry. Oh no! It's a 3-2 lead for the Dodgers on Joe Torre's home run. Home run number 5 of the season. And here in the top of the 7th, Ed Norton is just giving up the lead. Oh boy, this is definitely Infinity War, not Endgame. Here's the replay. Oof. Don't throw that bat. So next up is Robbie Cano. Robbie Cano is 1 for 3. Let me see something. I'm curious. Manager, bullpen. Lefty, lefty. You know what? Yeah. We're going to get Thanos warming up. And we're going to put in Division, Paul Bettany. Uh-oh, I can't put him in yet. All right, fine. Stupid baseball rule. Norton hasn't pitched to 3 batters yet. In there, strike 1. I hate that new baseball rule where you have to pitch to, a relief pitcher has to pitch to 3 batters. I think it's a dumb rule. Grounds it up the first base line. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Robinson Cano. Just gets a piece of the split, the slider inside. Stays alive. Count is 0-2 with 2 outs. 3-2 lead for the Dodgers here in the 7th. Fouls off the 98-mile-an-hour fastball. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Side is retired. But they get the lead on the solo home run from Joe Torre. Get up and stretch, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for the 7th inning stretch. Here at the home park for the Avengers, the Dodgers lead 3-2. So we go to the bottom of the 7th. Up steps Hemedal. Idris Elba. Cy Young is still out there.
Number 63.
And it's a deep drop fly ball to center, but playable. Finley, 1 pitch, 1 away. Makes the catch.
Now that.
ERA leaders entering play, as you can see. Chris Hemsworth, Thor. Odin's son is on the list. I don't know why they showed that. So with 1 out, up steps the Winter Soldier, Sebastian Stan. He is 0 for 2. Inside ball 1. Two balls and no strikes.
2-0.
3-0 count. Will he have the green light on 3-0? No, he will not. Don't swing on 3-0. And that's why I don't swing on 3-0, because you end up getting anxious and you swing at it, you pop up, and you give yourself away. Instead, now there's a runner at first here in the bottom of the 7th with 1 away. And up steps the leadoff man, Anthony Mackie, the Falcon. And the manager of the Dodgers has seen enough. It's time to go to the bullpen. Cy Young will leave. He is responsible for the runner at first base, so he can win or get a no decision, but he cannot get a loss. Out of the bullpen for the Dodgers, Nick Vincent making his 17th appearance. He's 2-0 with a 2.11 earned run average. And he will face Anthony Mackie, who's 1 for 3 with a triple today. Cut fastball in there, strike 1.
0-1 the count.
Ground ball to the first baseman, spins, throws to second for 1, back to first. It's a 3-6-3 double play, and side is retired. The end of 7. Hollywood Avengers trail 3-2. Ugh. Terrible offensive output on Jackie Robinson weekend. I should be ashamed of myself. So stepping up in the top of the 8th inning is Stan Musial. He's 2 for 3 with a single and a homer. Norton is still out there. I don't know why. He's still pitching, but pitches inside ball 1. Attendance 28,122 here at Crosley Field. That is pretty much a sellout for this ballpark. Captain America jumps out of his crouch, fires, got him, 1 away. Aaron Judge walked in the 4th, otherwise he is 0 for 2 at the plate. In there, strike 1. And he pokes it foul up the first base line. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Judge. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Here's Sue away. It's got him on 3 pitches. So Ed Norton's given up the lead with the solo home run, but otherwise he struck out 3 batters. So it's certainly an up and down outing for Incredible Hulk #1. So 2 down and up steps Xander Bogaerts, who's 2 for 3, dangerous hitter. Swing and a miss, strike 1. He's hitting .396 on the season. Ground ball up the third baseline and into the corner. Oh, ricochets. Not played well by Idris Elba, but in any event, it's going to be a 2-out double for Bogaerts. That's his 3rd hit of the game. Let's look at this replay. He gets it right over the third base bag. So next up is Steve Finley, 0 for 3 with a ground out. And now it's time for the Vision, Paul Bettany. Put him in the game.
Your attention, please. Now,
Vision is no record, 14 in the 3rd innings. His ERA is 1.26. Fouls it back, strike 1. Runner in scoring position is an insurance run. Just gets a piece of the curveball. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Finley. Finley was a California Angel in his career. Good hitter, all-star, not a Hall of Famer. Pops it up, behind home plate, out of play. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes. So the Dodgers have a 3-2 lead here in the top of the 8th. Runner in scoring position. 2 outs. Strike 3 called. Finley is caught looking, and the side is retired. So we go to the bottom of the 8th. It's a 1-run lead for the Dodgers here in game 1 of this 3-game set. So we go to the bottom of the 8th. Up steps Spider-Man, who's 3 for 3 today, 2 singles and a triple. He's hitting .387 on the season. So far, Spider-Man has been the best hitter on the team. Pitch is high, ball 1. Spider-Man, Spider-Man. And he fouls it behind home plate. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike on Tom. Inside, 2 balls and 1 strike. Bruce Sutter and Kyle Crick, 2 right-handers, are getting loose in the Dodgers bullpen. Will Tom get his 4th hit of the game in his at-bat? Yes, he will. He's 4 for 4. And the leadoff man is on here in the bottom of the 8th inning for the Avengers.
now batting, the catcher, Chris Evans.
So next up is Captain America, Chris Evans. Switch hitter batting from the left side. Chris Evans is 0 for 2. He did walk in the 6th inning. Nick Vincent sets and delivers. Pitch is outside, ball 1. Spider-Man leads off first. Big lead over there first. Pitch out, but he wasn't stealing. Three balls, no strikes. Will he have the green light? No, he will not. I do not swing on 3-0. I'd rather take a strike because that's what usually happens. They don't throw a strike. Now it's runners at first and second and nobody out. The tying run is at second. The go-ahead run is at first here in the top of the 8th. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the manager's office in the bullpen and I'm going to warm up Stan Lee. Stan the man, just in case. Black Panthers up. 2 runners on, nobody out. Bottom of the 8th. 3-2 lead for Dodgers. Checks his swing, pitches outside, ball 1. Holland on second, Evans on first, Boseman at the plate. Here comes the pitch from Vincent. And he fouls off the changeup. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike on Black Panther.
Count.
2 balls and 1 strike. Line drive, pulls it foul, caught by the ball boy in foul territory. Count evens 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 runners on, nobody out. 3-2 lead for the Dodgers in the bottom of the 8th. And he just gets a piece of it. Fouls it back. Outside, count goes full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The Incredible Hulk is on deck. Crowd is going crazy. The home crowd is excited. And it's a lazy fly ball to left center field, caught by Finley for the first out here in the bottom of the 8th. No advance on the bases. So next up is Mark Ruffalo, but before we go to him, in comes Jason Isringhausen. He's pitched in 8 games. He has no record. He has no ERA. He's pitched 8 scoreless innings so far in this early matchup. So he will face Mark Ruffalo, the Hulk, who walked in the 6th. Otherwise, he is 0 for 2. Dodgers are in first place in the National League West. Pitches outside, ball 1. Technically, the Avengers are in 3rd place in the West, a half a game behind the 2nd place. Just gets a piece of the fastball. Count as 1 ball and 1 strike on Ruffalo. Checks the swing, pitches outside. Count as 2 balls and 1 strike. In the dirt, hitters count 3 balls and 1 strike from Isringhausen. Runners lead off first and second. And he pops him up. Avila in foul territory, straddling the line, makes the catch, and they're a 2-way. He does not get the job done. Next up is War Machine, Don Cheadle. With 2 outs, he needs a hit to tie this ball game. Don Cheadle's hitting .363, but today he is 0 for 3. Most of that was against Cy Young, however. Outside corner, strike 1. Don Cheadle's hitting .345 here in April with runners in scoring position. And it's to the 3rd baseman, throws to second for the force, and the side is retired. So we'll go to the 9th. Top of the 9th, Los Angeles Dodgers lead 3-2. We go to the top of the 9th. Up steps Willie Calhoun, the DH who's 0 for 3. Paul Bettany still on the mound. Fouls off the fastball, strike 1. Pulls it into the Dodgers dugout, counting snowballs and 2 strikes. Line drive almost kills someone in the Avengers dugout. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes. I don't know how in those old school stadiums they had the dugouts on the field. It's just insane. That's a deep drive. Heading towards the line. It is a foul ball. Oh my goodness, that was almost a 4-2 lead. In the dirt, blocked nicely by Captain America. Count as 1 ball and 2 strikes. Fouls it back. 101 on the radar gun. Fly ball to center. There is War Machine. Cheadle makes the catch. And there's one away here in the top of the ninth. Next up, Alex Avila. He's 3 for 14 for the season. 1 for 3 today. Pitch from Bettany. Swing and a miss, strike one. Couldn't catch up to it. Oh, that's a deep drive for Alex Avila. He just turns around and watches it go. There's the insurance run here in the top of the ninth inning. Alex Avila's first home run of the season. And the Dodgers now lead 4-2. Ooh, it's not looking good for the Avengers. This might be Infinity War. People are going to start disappearing. Oof, oof. Where did he get that power from? So next up is Jansen. 0 for 3 with he struck out in his last at bat. Misses high, ball one.
Ball one, no strike.
Eek, it's feeling like Infinity War. Yeah. It's all right. I got to get pumped up. I got to win this game. Got to win this game. Count as 1 ball, 1 strike on the catcher. Oh, no. Oh, no. To track the wall looking up. It's back-to-back home runs. Oh, my goodness. Jansen hits his first home run of the season. Oh, it doesn't look good. It's starting to decompose as we speak. Ooh. This is a replay. My goodness. What is happening? Dodgers, who already have a 2.5 game lead in the division on the Avengers, are looking to have a 3.5 game lead after this game is over. So Joe Torre is up, and the manager is going to the bullpen a little bit late. He's going to bring in Thanos. The man who played Thanos, Josh Brolin, comes in to pitch. Line drive, foul ball. Swing and a miss at the split finger fastball. Count is no balls and 2 strikes. Bases are empty here in the top of the ninth, but it's a 3-run lead for the Dodgers. They're leading 5-2 all of a sudden. Strike 3 called inside corner. Torre couldn't even see it. There's 2 away. Too little, too late. Next up is Robinson Cano, who in the 6th inning had this to say, a solo home run, which at the time I think gave him a 3-2 lead. Swing and a miss at the 2-seam fastball, strike 1. (12-6) curve out in front, counts quickly, no balls and 2 strikes on Cano. Should have brought him in earlier. I think we can blame this loss. If it's a loss, we can blame it on the manager. I think we can blame it on the manager. Fouls it off. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the ninth, 5-2 lead for the Dodgers here in this first game of a 3-game set. Swing and a miss, strike 3, side retired. Last licks for the Avengers. They need 3 runs to tie. Can they do it? Yes, they can. We're going to win this game. Mr. Jose Hall, you've come. You're going to be my good luck charm. I need 3 runs to tie here in the bottom of the ninth. And you, sir, are the good luck charm against Bruce Sutter, who's pitching in his 12th game. He has 9 saves in 9 save opportunities. In 11 innings, he hasn't given up an earned run. He's about to give up 3 of them. Let's see what happens. Leading off is Drax the Destroyer, 0 for 3. In there, strike 1 with the fastball. Hey, I need to take pitches. I need base runners. And he's a little late, slicing out of play. 2 strikes on Batista. Outside, count is 1 ball and 2 strikes on Dave Batista. Looking forward to his movie on Netflix. There's a zombie movie coming out. Oh, popped him up. Shallow fly ball to center. Finley races in. He makes the running catch. That's the first out here in the bottom of the ninth.
Now batting.
I think it's called Army of the Dead on Netflix with Dave Bautista. I'm looking forward to that. Anyway, Idris Elba, Hemedal, the man who sees all. He's 0 for 3 today. He's a left fielder. Base is empty, 1 away here in the bottom of the ninth. Inside, off the plate, ball 1. Just gets a piece of the split finger fastball. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. And that's a line drive, but right at the right fielder, shoestring catch for Aaron Judge, and the MCU Avengers are down to their final out of the ball game. Up steps Sebastian Stan, who we're going to pinch hit for. Manager's going to go to the, not bullpen, what am I doing? Manager, substitution. Sebastian Stan is going to, we're going to go for Robert Downey Jr., Iron Man.
Your attention, please.
Tony Stark is coming out in with 2 outs in the ninth.
Number 12.
275, 4 homers, 19 runs batted in on the season. And he swings at the first pitch and skies it to shallow right field. This should do it. Side retired, ball game over. Los Angeles Dodgers win 5-2. So they take this first game out of a 3-game series between these two clubs in the NL West. Unfortunately, the Dodgers now have a 3.5-game lead in the division on the Avengers with 2 left to play. It's early in the season. It's the end of August, the beginning of May. A lot of baseball left to play. The question is whether or not I'm going to play it. That remains to be seen. Winning pitcher is Cy Young. Losing pitcher, I believe, is Nick Fury, Samuel L. Jackson. Let's see. No, I'm sorry. Sorry, Sam Jackson. I apologize. The original Hulk, Ed Norton, the man who played it first. Technically not first because Eric Bana played it first, I guess. Played it first in the MCU. Cy Young gets the win. Ed Norton gets the loss. Bruce Sutter gets his 10th saves of the season. And Stan the Man Musial with a homer and an RBI is the player of the game. So this has been a presentation of Avengers baseball. Why am I playing MLB The Show 20 on PlayStation 4 when everybody is playing MLB 21 on PlayStation 5? Because I can't help myself. I love baseball. I don't have a PS5. What am I going to do? It is what it is. Will I keep playing this? Probably. I'm also playing other games. If you're not interested in baseball, check out my other playlists. I'm doing a little Skyrim. I'm doing a little Final Fantasy VII Remake. But I'm pretty sure that I'm going to be playing baseball. Anyway, there's neither here nor there. The final, here at Crosley Field, the home designated park for the Avengers. The win goes to the Los Angeles Dodgers 5-2. And for those of you interested in Madden football, tune in to the Outlander show on YouTube to watch some Madden football, because that's exactly what I'm going to do. I will see you there soon. Have a great night.